in life, if you are who you are and you know who you are and you live working towards realizing your mission in life, every sound of it out of your mouth is a prayer. Every gesture you make is a prayer. Every dance you dance is a prayer. And when you make love with somebody, you are praying. If you know who you are and this person knows who they are, there isn't anything that you do that is not a prayer when you know who you are. Spirituality, nobody can teach it to you. You need to get the fundamentals of any spiritual system. You can get the fundamentals and then look at inside of you and then determine how you are going to use the fundamental principles to improve your life. But nobody can tell you, you must pray every Friday, you must do this every Saturday, you must do that every Sunday. No, because what is good for you is not necessarily what I need. You may need to go into yourself and meditate 100 times a day. And even the same person will not need it the same way all the time. You, in certain circumstances, you need to be meditating and finding all your forces, gathering all your forces continuously certain days. And then other days you may not even think about it.
I remember sometimes I've been in certain situations, like in the courtroom, telling the truth, defending myself. And this woman said, he always make excuses. See, I'm gonna tell y'all this. The truth always sound like an excuse. But if I'd have used, if I'd have came in there telling false things, then they wouldn't have addressed me that way. When I came with the truth, but I didn't want to damage nobody or tell them how this person really was. I just accepted everything they was doing to me. Sitting in front of the judge and this lady on the side saying bad things about me, but know nothing about me. Sitting in this courtroom going through child support. I didn't understand sitting in court about my own child with these false allegations, but I have to deal with it because of a woman's scorn and her madness. Knowing I will take care of any child that I have, and I never disown not a child I got, not even the ones that's not mine. But this woman act like she knew me. I know plenty of people comes in front of y'all telling lies and being deceptive. But I'm not afraid of y'all. So I will stand with the truth. And I don't care how you feel or what you think it is. So when I stood in there and she said this to me, I told her, you don't even know me. You want to know me, ask me. But you're not going to sit here and talk to me just like that. If you want to know me, you ask me and I'll tell you exactly who I am. I never hide myself. I always stand on the truth. A lot of people hide themselves and never standing on the truth. But don't mark me for being them. Mark me for being myself. I honor God, and I believe in my whole heart you are not like me. Because whatever I'm facing, I'm just facing it. And I'm facing it head on. I was never a son that brought my mother inside of a courtroom to be there for me. If I brought myself there, then I must get myself out. Not my mother. Paddling down there, taking her days just to be there for me. No, she already been there for me. She birthed me. I'm not going to have my mother sitting in a school or a courtroom just for me. No. If I done wrong, she will not be there to tell me I'm doing good. Not in my eyes.
Understand this parable, you won't understand any of the others. Not because it's complicated, but because it exposes the one thing religion avoids. The problem was never the seed. The problem was never God. The problem was never lack. The issue was the ground. Stay with me, because this parable explains why people pray, believe, sow, fast, and still don't see fruit. Matthew 13 is a turning point. Up until now, Jesus speaks plainly, but here he switches to parables. Why? Because truth activates based on readiness, not availability. And the disciples asked him, "Why do you speak to them in parables?" And Jesus answers chilling, "Because seeing they do not see, hearing they do not hear." In other words, information doesn't change lives, perception does. Jesus says a sower went out to sow. Notice, the sower doesn't change seeds. The word is consistent, the truth is consistent, the promise is consistent. What changes is the receiver. Jesus lists four soils, and he explicitly says the field is the heart. This is not about farming. This is about identity conditioning. One, the wayside. That's the unconscious identity. Seed falls and immediately gets taken. This is the person who hears truth but has no inner permission to receive it. Why? Because the mind is so trafficked by fear, trauma, external voices, and old labels. The truth never gets below the surface. This is someone who says, "I know that already," but nothing ever changes. Number two, we have the stony ground. Those are emotional believers. This seed springs up fast. They shout, they get excited, they feel it, but there's no depth. Why? Because depth requires restructuring self-image, not emotional moments. As soon as pressure shows up, the word gets blamed, God gets questioned, the seed gets abandoned. This is revelation without identity reinforcement. Number three, thorny ground. That's the divided self-concept. This one is dangerous because it almost works. The seed grows, but it's choked by anxiety, survival thinking, comparison, divided attention. Jesus says the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of richness. That word deceitfulness matters. It means subtle agreements that compete with the truth. You can't manifest from two identities at once.
Prepare yourself. We'll not lose. We're not gangsters. We're not thugs. We are from the Most High. And all glory belongs to the Most High. We should not play your game no more, or be hindered, or leading our people into destruction and their self-righteous ways. We must lean to the Father and ask the Father for forgiveness. And forgiveness belongs to the Father, and it comes through the Father, not the creature. We have been challenged, just like Job was challenged, through everything, through sickness, through riches, through poor. No matter what position you played, it was a challenge in both. If you made a decision to go your own route, that was your decision. Whomever your father wind up being, you chose it. It is a natural thing to try to do what humans do. Try to put each other on pedestals. Try to make another human your idol. No. But all you had to do is love that person. Understand that person. If you would have led with love, you would have understood that love is what you're going to get, even in a miserable world that you live in. So many people wanted to be bosses, try to cross each other, try to deceive each other, try to break each other down. For what? What do you do it for? What are you walking the earth acting like a clown, trying to hurt everybody else? thinking you're a soldier. What makes you a soldier when you can stand up for anything that you believe in, and knowing it is in your heart when you're seeing children are falling to the ground, bleeding because of another child trying to hurt someone else, but hit a child. And in your areas, y'all say nothing. Y'all allow it to happen, and nothing is done to that person that shot that child. Look what road you're going down. You're starting to make yourself look evil. You're starting to make everybody not care about you and look at you like you are devils, knowing you are not that way. No matter what problems you are dealing with, what is in the inside of you is breaking you down from what your family has done to you. Yeah, they hurt you, but now you're becoming a grown person. Now you are hurting yourself. Do not let them inflict that pain or leave that stain in your heart where you can grow up confused, where you try to destroy everybody that come in your path, where you will not believe in no one. Do not do this to yourself. I understand where you come from, because me, I never trusted no one. Because every time you did good towards them, they took a sword and cut your throat. I understood what they was going through. So I took the time to understand that person and not judge them. So I seen what brought them down that road and made them who they are today and confused them. Then you have so many people want to be in control, so they build their money up. Now they can run their mouth and talk when they couldn't talk at first. They hid themselves. Yeah, the bullets was flying, but you wasn't there. But you want to confiscate being saying you was there, being in the area. Yeah, you lived there, but you ran to your cars, got in it, and went to work. I understood that. But don't gravitate and grab the image that you was not in. Don't even put yourself in that image. It is not a good image, but some of you will, because you want to be seen as some type of soldier. It doesn't make you weak because you ran to your car, got in it, and went to work. It make you intelligent because you knew what you wanted to do, while other people took a chance on the street corner. It don't make neither one of y'all greater than the other. You just see the suffering in the world and understand who's putting their knees on your neck. But some of you want to act like punks and shame people because they stood on the corner. So what, you didn't have the heart to do it, but you had the heart to go the other way. And if you made yourself out of something, then help the next man be something. I don't care what corner he stood on. But while you sit back throwing stones because he might have took your girl, she wasn't yours in the first place. See, remember this. If anybody could take anything away from you, it wasn't yours. You should have let it go a long time ago. I would not murder a man over a woman. It will never happen. I believe in you, and I believe in her. But y'all took a chance to hurt me. It will never happen. See, I don't care what you did behind my back. I'm not concentrating on you. To win my heart, you got to show me your heart. And then we'll combine hearts together. Because what I believe in is love. If you don't, then stay away from me.
With black people in particular, and I'm just going to be really direct, white people are not raised to care about black people. We are not raised to see you or know you or love you. In fact, white people define goodness and status by your absence. And I just want to hold that for a minute, right? What is a good school? What is a good neighborhood? What is happening when a neighborhood is coming up? What is happening when a neighborhood is coming down? That's racial discourse, and the message is really clear. The whiter it is, the more valuable it is. And I actually think that is the deepest message of all of white supremacy for the average white person. It's not the N-word. I'm never going to say the N-word. But that I could see no inherent value in having relationships with black people.